Thank you for staying with Africa News. This is your weekly program dedicated to African and international football news. It's Football Planet, and coming up, the 2022 World Cup qualifiers begins. This week, 28 teams are competing for the long marathon to Qatar. An international truce and a pretty busy time for the continent seems. Also, we discuss Sadio Mané's wrath in the Premier League. For the very first time, the Senegalese striker attacked Mohamed Salah, an unusual gesture. You hear what Rest coach Jurgen Klopp has to say about it. And we'll talk the appointment of a new coach. In Liberia, Peter Butler has a mission to qualify the Lone Stars for the next African Cup and the 2022 World Cup with a one-year contract. The administrative manager of Liberia's national coach, Sebastien Collins, will tell us more on this program. Hello there and welcome to Football Planet. We begin with an unusual occurrence, the wrath of Sadio Mané against his teammate Mohamed Salah. On Saturday, the Senegalese striker who scored for the second time this season attacked the Egyptian for his individualism. But this ego battle did not disturb their coach Jurgen Klopp, who even laughed it off at a press conference.
Yeah, that's good. Huh? Yeah, he was upset. That was obvious. Sadio cannot hide his emotions. I like that. But all sorted. We spoke about it. Everything is fine. We are individuals. We are emotional. It was a situation in the game, obviously. What else could happen? It was not a phone call. So was a situation in the game he was not happy about, and that's then completely fine. Yeah, would he do it exactly the same manner again? Probably not, but it happened. So nothing happened. He didn't say any wrong words, or it just looked a little bit different to how he looks usually. For me, of course, I can understand that's a little story. Thank God we are now away for a week, so if you write something about it, we will not read it anyway. And after a week, nobody can remember it anymore, so it's really cool moment to do it. But it's all good, really, all fine.
No doubt, there'll be a bit of explanation between Sadio Mané and Mohamed Salah, who'll be able to take advantage of the international truce to get off to a good start. The international truce is precisely what we're talking about with a very busy calendar on the continent. And we begin with the first round of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, with first leg matches being played this week. 28 teams are competing. Take a look. The matches will be played next Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and this is the first test for Liberia's new coach, Peter Butler. The British signed a one-year contract with the aim of qualifying for the AFCON 2021 and the World Cup 2022. Joining us from Monrovia is Sebastien Collins, manager of the Lone Stars. Sebastien, welcome. First of all, why did you sign a one-year contract with such great objectives?
Well, we gave a one-year contract with the option of renewing after 6 months. So we have two different qualifiers against Sierra Leone, against Chad. Against Sierra Leone in the World Cup qualifier, and against Chad in the AFCON 2021. So we are playing the first week in September 4th. So these two qualifiers, we're going to see how we perform, how people are going to perform with the team. I mean, we don't have to win all the matches, but maybe with good performance, we could renew after 6 months.
The Lone Stars narrowly missed qualifying for the last two editions of the AFCON with local coaches. Do you think the arrival of a stranger could change the situation?
Exactly, because for the two Nation Cup, we used local Liberian coaches, and they almost took us there. Just something we are missing. I mean, we are missing or something, and we believe that with their experience, we can be able to. We can get it right. The last two Nation Cup, as you are aware, we came very close. I mean, we could have qualified, because the previous qualifier, we led Togo 2-0, and in the last 10 minutes, they redeemed they redeemed us. So we believe that, I mean, with Peter coming in, because with Ben Mason, maybe with Mason, there's something with Ben Mason, with the local coaches. So with Peter's own expertise, we believe he can just make that tweak that we can be able to qualify for the next nation, the 2021 African Cup. Because we are winning games home, we are losing away. So, I mean, if we continue, if we win our games home, we know we can qualify. We just made the last qualifier against Congo. Congo Kinshasa, we led them up to the, I think, 84 minutes and everything. That games that we are won, we're going to qualify for the Nation Cup. So we believe with Peter and experience, we will be able to qualify. We are very optimistic.
Optimistic, yes, but isn't the low level of the Liberian National Championship likely to be a setback? And how would you convince expatriates to join the national team?
Well, the local football team in Liberia, they are not too strong, I must admit. But we have good young players. We have good talent. We have talented players in the league. So we just need a good training, good development. So Peter is here for a year. I mean, the contract we're getting, he's not going to leave the country and stay here for 6 months and come back. No, he's staying here. Maybe he can leave 1 month, or he'll be here. He'll be able to work with the players for a longer period. So we believe he can tap into the local talent and develop them to make them very competitive. Well, we don't have problem bringing our players back home. I mean, the players, our international, they always want to represent Liberia. They love Liberia. They love their country. They always want to come and represent Liberia. So we just, they are all happy that we have a new coach. They are all excited for this project. I mean, they are willing to come. I mean, in fact, we invited, I think, 14 players for this coming game against Sierra Leone. So, I mean, we don't have any problem bringing them. We don't have any problem bringing them back home.
Thank you very much, Sebastian, and we wish you good luck for the future.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome.
Sebastian K. Collins is the administrative manager of the Liberian national football team. We continue with the international truce since it is not only the preliminaries of the 2022 World Cup. Friendly matches are also on the agenda for these dates. Very beautiful duels are expected, notably between Tunisia and Ivory Coast. Now let's talk about women's football with the qualifying rounds for the 2020 Olympic Games. This week we'll know which teams qualified for the last round, and unless there's a last-minute surprise, all the big names should be in the game. At least if we look at the results of the first leg matches in the second round last week, only South Africa was held in check by Botswana, as you can see in this result. The second leg matches will be played on Tuesday. Note the qualification of DRC after withdrawal of Equatorial Guinea. Back to men's football to discuss the appointment of Moda Kabaya to the Tunisian bench. The former coach of Esperance of Tunis signed a 3-year contract with the heavy task of performing better than his predecessor, Alain Giresse, semi-finalists of the last AFCON with the Eagles of Qatar. Here's Naya Katoum and Michael Dibi's report.
The newly appointed coach of the Tunisian national football team, Mondel Kebe, had a press conference at the Tunisian Football Federation headquarters in the capital, Tunis. Kebe has been appointed coach of the Tunisian team in replacement of resigned French coach Alain Giresse. I have been dreaming of this day and the ambition of leading the national team for more than 15 years, so I thank God that I have reached this dream. As for the pressure, it has always existed in committees and we have always faced difficulties. According to a statement issued by the Tunisian Federation, the new coach of the Qatar Eagles has signed a renewable 3-year contract. One of my strong convictions is that the national team can go very far What distinguishes a national team that has achieved a high level of performance is a lot of desire, cohesion, and in difficult times, a lot of solidarity. And I think as staff, we all work on that. For the Tunisian Football Federation and its president, the choice of Mouder remains the right one in view of the challenges ahead. The technical team had the duty to qualify the team for the next AFCON and the World Cup in Qatar.
Immense challenges facing the new boss of the Eagles of Qatar. You should know that Burkina Faso and Nigeria won the men's and women's tournament of the African Games, respectively. The Stallions beat Nigeria 2-0 to win their first gold medal since the creation of these African Games. As for the Super Falcons, they defeated Cameroon, confirming their first place on the list with 3 gold medals. Let's head to Spain to talk about the La Liga's new sensation, Barcelona's Guinea-Bissau's Assoumani Fati. The young Nugget entered the annals of the Catalan club on Saturday and simply became the youngest striker in history. At 16 and 10 months, he was ahead of Bojan Kikic and Lionel Messi. Meanwhile, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang continues to play the role of saviour for Arsenal in the Premier League. The Gabonese striker helped the Gunners avoid defeat in North London derby against Tottenham. It is the former Borussia Dortmund striker's 3rd goal of the season. And that's it for the show. This program can be found on our website at africanews.com. We'll see you next week for another edition of Football Planet. Have an excellent week and goodbye.
Une excellente semaine en compagnie de nos programmes. Au revoir.